Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag 50 stack challenge 4. This is the fourth one of these challenges that I have done. These are 25-week prompt assignment challenges, so at the end of 25 weeks, because we do 2 pieces a week, you will have a stack of 50 pieces of ephemera. So the idea is that I draw 2 prompts out of my little bag, and the prompts are already all in there, you can see. And then I make 1 piece of ephemera for each of the prompts. So last week I drew Poppy, was number 15. And so I made, using a piece of Tim Holtz packaging, I made just like a tag, a journaling card, whatever. And then I also drew Shabby. So I made kind of a shabby envelope. And I let you guys interpret this how you want. Shabby can be shabby chic, or it can be shabby as in kind of grungy or whatever. I left up to you guys, because you know it's your ephemera in the end, so it doesn't matter how many pieces you make. If there's something one week you don't want to make, whatever, don't. I mean, that's totally fine. So yeah, it's all just meant to be fun. So I'm gonna draw let me see, we had 16, so 17 will be little golden book. So whatever that means to you, you can use like an image out of a little golden book, or whatever. I'll let you interpret that one as well. Something that reminds you of little golden book. Like if you just have a child's book, like if you don't have any little golden books, just use some sort of image from, say, a children's book. That would work, you know, because I'm not going to get all, oh, well, that's not little golden book. We're not, you know, I don't do that. So you do it the way you want to do it. Ah, come on, I don't want 2. I just want 1. Ugh. Okay, so number 18 will be spring. Perfect, right? We're all ready for that. So little golden book and spring are the prompts. 17, little golden book. 18, spring. So again, just some sort of children's book image would work perfectly fine. I have no issues. All right, I'm going to get my stuff together. And oh, before I forget, I'll do it when I get back. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have little golden book. I have this page out of, I think it's the little kitten or whatever it's called. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's out of a little golden book, and I'm going to make a pocket and a tag to go in it. And it's not only for like a little kid book, because chances are I won't make a little golden book journal, but I do have my Frog and Toad digital downloads. Ribbit and Croak is what they're called. And so I could use it in a journal that I make for that. So that is what I'm going to do. And I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Luann, Theola, and Mr. and Mrs. Helms. Thank you guys so much for your comments and always watching my channel. I really appreciate you. And I'm sorry, Luann, I have not said your name in a long time. It's sometimes I forget who I said and whatever. I mean, I write it down, but you know how time just goes and gets away from you. So apologize for that. But I am very grateful to all of you for your kindness and support. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so you can see I got pretty big flaps. I probably don't need them this big. I'm trying to think if I want to hook it on to, like, connect it to another piece of paper, so that, you know, it's just a pocket that if I want to put something behind it, I can too. So I think I might just go ahead and put it on a piece of coffee dye. I actually have some lighter. I think I might use that one. It's a little bit lighter. So how are you guys all doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. I am having a good day. It is sunny out, and I did go run some errands. One of our friends, it's actually one of my husband's growing up friends, lost his mom yesterday. Oh my goodness. so sad. So I wanted to go, I got some plants and put them together in kind of an arrangement, because I don't, like I told you guys, I don't like giving flowers or getting flowers or giving flowers, because they die, and after you lose someone, I don't know, I didn't love getting flowers. I mean, obviously the thought is so kind, so I don't mean it like I don't like getting flowers. I just mean it's really hard to sit and watch flowers die after somebody passes. I don't know. It's a very uncomfortable thing to me. So I try to give a tree or plants or something that, you know, lives longer. I mean, yeah, eventually, obviously, plants will die too, but at least it's not as, usually as immediate and obvious. So that's a me thing. But anyways, so I went and did that. So hopefully we can go see them this weekend. It is so hard. All right, so I'm thinking this is pretty decent book page, but I think I probably should have folded that over, so I'm just going to glue this piece back on there instead of cutting it off. But I didn't think until after I did it, so there you go. You got to think. Yeah, I will turn it that way. I'm trying to get it so you don't see it up above is that part. I don't always think about it until I feel it, you know, and think about it as a pocket. It's like, oh yeah, that's not the greatest pocket in the world. It's not very strong. And the last thing you want is for somebody to slip a tag or, you know, note in there, whatever, and it just tears. That would be not happy days. So yeah, that's my husband's second friend lately that has lost someone, and that's just makes you sad. You know what I mean? Sorry, I don't mean to bring down your day. Just saying, it's just sad. But at least the sun is shining, so that is a good thing. I do feel for them though, because you know what the weirdest thing is and I'm sure a lot of you have been there as well as myself, but when you're what I call an orphan, not an orphan because I had my dad, you know, growing up and everything. My mom passed when I was 2, so I don't remember much about her, but her passing anyway. But that is the weirdest thing, I think, once you're an adult and when you don't have any parents left. It's very odd. It's a very, very strange thing. I know, very morbid, right? But just true. Just a very weird feeling. And, you know, we have other family members and relatives and whatnot. I don't mean it like that. It's just a strange thing. yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you don't get too hung up on the little golden book thing. 'Cause like I said, if you don't have any little golden books that you want to use or whatever, don't worry about it. Just some type of maybe children's book illustration or whatever you want to use is just fine. These are just prompts to sort of help get us going in a direction or get us inspired or, you know, or use things that maybe we wouldn't normally, that kind of thing, which makes it fun, I think. Okay, so then I have some other bits and pieces, and what did I do with the pen? I have the little thing tied on here. Oh, there it is. But I never use it still. Okay, so we're going to take some of these little things and put them on here just as a little extra, but I want to rough this tag up, or this ticket up, because it's, you know, got the name of the ticket place and whatever. I don't want that on there, so I'm going to tear that off and then just kind of ink it a lot, because these are brand new, obviously, tickets. These are not vintage. You can coffee dye them and stuff. I always forget. But yeah. And you can just ink them up a lot too. And then this is in my Torn Paper and Ferns digital download. I kind of did a sciencey, mushroomy, ferns, all that kind of stuff. Has those labels in it. So that's going to be for the, I thought I had another piece. I think some old book page or something would be good. Oh, I had this bug. That's what it was. And that's from one of my frog, toad. I think it's the toad one. I think it's the croak is where these bugs are. And I know a lot of people don't like bugs. I do. I mean, obviously you don't have to use bugs if you don't like them. You do you. But I do like bugs. I don't think I want anything else. Let me see. Sorry, I couldn't find the one I was looking for. I might want a number. These numbers are in my shop. These black numbers. If you are looking for numbers, they're just kind of fun to add to pieces like this, or if you're doing kind of more of a manly journal, that kind of thing. They're just fun. Or anything really. They just are black, so you probably don't want them to say shabby chic or something like that. A bug. Yeah, I like the Tim Holtz bug stamps, and I like all that kind of stuff. But I like the toads and frogs. I used to go get pollywogs from a pond near my friend's house when I was growing up and bring them home. So my dad made me a little cement pond, just a tiny one. It was like, I don't know, maybe as big as this black mat, you know, around, to put the pollywogs in. And then when they would get their legs and all that, they would hop out around our yard. It was a fairly, not super deep, obviously, but a little bit deep pond. And I loved that because I loved to go get pollywogs and bring them home. Gosh, when I think of the things we did as a kid, and then you hear these horrible stories, and it's just so sad, like, you know, like things like that, going to a pond and kids drowning and all that, because we did so much of that stuff. We were out in the hills shooting BB guns, and I mean, all the things, going to ponds. with nobody with us. I mean, we were usually like within probably calling distance of our parents and things like that. But it's just, yeah. I just think about that and I'm like, oh boy. Yep. Those were the days. And I know, horrible things did happen because I knew people that, like we knew some kids in our class and the class above us that were playing with fireworks, and unfortunately 2 of the boys, one lost some fingers and I think one lost his eye. They were older, a little bit older, so I didn't like know them real well or anything, but I knew their brother, and yeah, that was awful. But I just think about all the stuff we did with nobody around. And that's just the way it was. It wasn't unusual. We're all of us kids were doing that. It wasn't just like myself and my friend. I mean, basically, we just go play wherever in the neighborhood and in the hills and all that. And my dad would just come out and yell for me and come from wherever we were. I wouldn't hardly let my kids out of my sight. A little bit, obviously, as they got older, but not when they were pollywog catching age. Let's see. Trying to think, do I want to use this or do I want to use the regular cutter? This is way too tall now. Just realized that. So maybe I'll use the regular cutter. So this is 6 1/4. So I can't really, it's going to have to be the size of this. Even though I like those edges. Let's cut this off first. I should have figured that part out first, but I didn't. So there you go. Let's go with maybe 6 1/2, so it does stick up a little bit above where the pocket is. I don't mind a little bit. Uh-oh, what did I do? What did I do? See, I like it when it sticks up a little bit higher. I like that. I think that's cute. And this book page goes well with my Ribbit and Croak. I need to make another one of those journals. That would be a fun flip-flop journal to make. And a great spring thing, too. CRADLES and I collaborated on one of those. That was so fun. She likes the frogs and the bugs and all that stuff, too. I have some dragonflies, and these are also in, I don't remember if they're in the Ribbit or the Croak, but they're in one of them. That's the only problem, is trying to remember all that. And this is just a piece of Medieval Mirage paper that I, this was an idea by Louisa Heinzel, where she had a whole bunch of scraps, like torn scraps, put them in a box and splattered paint and ink and water and oxides and all this stuff on them. And, you know, you move them around the whole time and all that to kind of get it all over. And then you, after you're done, you can stamp them and all kinds of stuff. This one I didn't stamp, but I do have some that I did stamp. Let me see. And I did this a long time ago, and I kind of forgot about them, but found them again. But see, you like, this is just a plain piece of white cardstock, just splattered all over it, and then afterwards stamped these images on there. I don't know, they're kind of cool, and they look great for collage or this kind of thing. So, I'm trying to figure out how I want this. But, yeah, not my idea. Louisa Heinzel's the first one that did that. And many of you might have seen it, because I know Gail Agustinelli did it, and a few other people. It was pretty, it's a great idea, and a great way to do something fun with your scraps. Because you end up with just all these random bits like this, and yeah, now it looks cool, right? So makes you want to use it. I want to do this. And then this is just dictionary page. Kind of want, yeah. So that is a fantastic idea if you haven't tried it yet. If you're new to junk journaling, it's a super fun. Like, I just used a box that I didn't care, you know, whatever I did with it. I could just throw it out when I was done if I wanted, or let it dry out and use it again. And that's what I do. I use the same box all the time. But it's just a box that I've taken the flaps and stuff off of on the top. Left the whole bottom part, obviously. And then, sorry, I'm trying to find, and then just use it to splatter in or on or whatever. And it works great. Oh, there's I just want a little something on this part. But you do need to kind of move the stuff around, so you might want to wear gloves. I didn't. I just always do whatever. But you definitely could wear gloves. Is that going to end up getting covered? Yes. Take it up here a little higher. But yeah, wear gloves, toss it around, and then make sure you separate them out a little bit. Like, I got a big cheap shower curtain from the dollar store. It's basically just a big piece of plastic. Put it down on the floor and then took them all out, let them dry, because they'll stick together. If you just put them in the box and toss them around and leave them in there, they'll stick together because of the paint and everything. So you got to take them out and let them dry, and then you can stamp on them, doodle on them, whatever. They're really fun to do. But then you hoard them because, you know, and then you forget about them. I don't know why. It's a thing. And then years later, you'll go, oh, look what I have. So it's too big. I do like it though. That's cool. I don't know. Maybe I don't want that. I like it, but what about some sort of other thing? You know, the other thing. Some of this is Christmas, so I don't want that. I have all these little bitty bits from Tim Holtz. I don't want everything the same color. I do like these little tiny tags and things. Or, I don't know, what would you call these? Labels and whatnot. I think that'll work. Okay. There's that 7. I don't want to lose it. It's hard to see stuff on that black mat that's, you know, obviously black. That's hard. I think those will work. I like that frog. He's pretty cool. Well, there's the 2 too. The 2. The 2 also would be probably a better way to say that, right? Okay, that one's good. So there we have, what was it? Oh yeah, little golden book. Like, what was it? Frogs or... Nope, it's little golden book. And then I will put a piece of fabric up there for the pull part. But I like it. I love that frog. He is super cool. All right, so there's that little golden book. And then for the other one, spring, I think we're going to use some more of my spring kit. Of course, had I known, I probably wouldn't have used my spring kit the other day, but hey, that's all right. It's all good. We're going to do something different than what we did the other day. So I have one of the tags from, it's called Hello Spring. And we're going to glue it to some of the paper from there, just so it has a back. I mean, you wouldn't have to. It's on cardstock that's cream colored, but I want it on something else. So I'm gonna. And I didn't say, but if you're doing this, you don't have to do the same background things that I'm doing. Bases, whatever you want to call it. If you don't want to do tags, you can do envelopes. You can do whatever base you want. There's no... I guess you could say the only rule, if you want to call it a rule, is that you have to use the prompt. Other than that, it's do whatever you want. Because again, we're back to, these are your pieces of ephemera, not mine, that you'll be making for your journals. So do what works best for what you got going on. Like I said, I probably wouldn't do a whole little golden book type journal. Just not my style, but I like those images. Like that frog's really cool, so I definitely will use that. It'll just be in a different journal, so make it work for you. Because there's some you'll be like, yes, that's perfect. I want to make one of those kind of journals. And then other times you're going to be like, what the world? I'd never make a journal like that. So, yep. You just make it work for you, whatever that means. Did I get my corners? Hopefully. Okay, looks like it. All right, so on the front of this one, I think I want to put a bun. Shocking, I know. And maybe some lace. We're going to ink, and whatever hangs over, I'm just going to snip away because these flowers are a little wide. So yeah, if you're looking for cute little bunnies and that, I have that Hello Spring kit. But use what you got. If you've already got some cute spring thing, then use that. I feel like I need just a little something. Let's see. Just some of that book page I used the other day. I kind of like that as a little bit of a background because you can sort of see the script, but man, that book is falling apart. It's got fall aparts for sure. I don't know, I might not use it. I haven't decided here. I think I might want the other side actually. I do have this little bow. I think I'm just gonna do that kind of thing. It's very tattered. It's a very tattered piece of sari silk. Yeah, I think that will work. We shall do that. If nothing else, the gesso on the other side will help hold this piece of paper together. So will the glue, but it's just disintegrating, honestly. And people are like, how can you destroy books? It's like, well, I don't really think I'm destroying them because I'm kind of giving books that nobody wants to read a second life, but also there's going to come a time when they're just going to fall apart. Like they don't last forever. They're just paper. And there's a lot of other books that, I don't know, like the dollar store books with all the bad words in them. I don't feel bad about taking those apart either. And if I buy them specifically for that purpose, I mean, that's their purpose. I don't know. All I can say is probably shouldn't watch junk journalers if you feel like that. Because we all do it. I'll probably run a stitch over that at some point. Because otherwise I worry it's not going to stay there very well. But for now, we're going to just try to make this kind of a thin layer of the tacky. That does not fit on there. Tacky glue, because it works fantastic for me, but you can also use Fabri-Tac if you prefer. You pick the glue that works for you. That's why there's so many times, right? I had this. We'll do spring flings and Easter things. That seems right. And then we're going to just hinge another tag to this one, just to make kind of a little booklet that could go into a pocket. And these are the same sayings that I got from Tsunami Rose that I was using the other day when I used these images. Okay, and I have another tag here that I'm going to back with this lovely large quilty piece. This is the little small squares. Too sticky. I want, sorry. I think this is fine. Always gotta get the schmutzy part on here. You can find those like glue erasers, or I don't know what else you'd call them, stick erasers, goop erasers. Sometimes at the dollar store, but I know for sure you can get them on Amazon. I think you can also get them at the like art stores, craft stores, that kind of thing. I just am not positive. But they're fantastic to have because they get rid of that. Because I always get things messed up. It's just what I do. Okay, and then I thought maybe I could put this on as a like a little side tuck on the side of our tag there. Some buttons. Okay, I'm going to put a little thumb notch in it. Oh, did you guys just see me stick my finger in that? All I can see is the bottom of it, the white at the bottom, so I just grabbed it, thinking it was this one. Oh boy. Because my camera is right in my eyeballs, basically. Plus, I swear I get tunnel vision when I do videos. I don't know. It's like I can only see right here. That's it. I can't see anything else. Ugh. It's crazy, I say. And then we're going to put that little card in there with the Easter eggs. And this is on cardstock, so I'm just going to go with it. And that would be a nice little spot for writing. I could put a bunny in there too if I wanted. Whatever, but we need to hinge that together. Do I want to use... I also have this. I could put this as a pocket. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do the notch. Yeah, it's gotten so expensive. I'm back to thinking about our friends. But anyway, to buy some kind of arrangement to send to people. Plus, they live close enough that I just made one. And I mean, still, that's expensive these days. But, yeah, so I just made a plant arrangement kind of thing, and we'll be giving that to them. I want like 2 full squares for each. So this is in the kit, but there's also the paper that has all these. So if you wanted to do a whole like hinge journal kind of thing, you definitely would have enough of these little squares. You just probably want to print them on cardstock. This is cardstock, not just copy paper, because that might be a little thin, and after you opened and closed it a few times would probably tear. So, and then we're just gonna do a hinge on one side and a hinge on the other side, and the same up here. A hinge and a hinge, and we'll have our little booklet. Voila. And I don't have anything in that pocket, but we'll just sneak him in here for now. Or her. I think it's a him. He's got a blue bow. I don't know. I don't really know. Didn't ask. And I'm not going all the way to the fold, just because you kind of want to leave yourself a little bit of a gap, because otherwise you're going to end up with a problem of it being super stiff to open kind of thing. So you do want to leave a gap. Like that. You can also do these with fabric. You don't have to use paper at all. You can definitely use fabric. Where my fold is. Just like so. And if you were to do a whole book, you can see that that's, you know, not the prettiest thing in the whole wide world. So you can ink them, but you can also, when you're all done, if you're doing like a whole bigger book, you can put a piece of lace to cover that up, or a piece of fabric, whatever. This one's kind of sticking out a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it now because that glue stuck, but anyway, it's fine. But yeah, so here's my little, that's my spring piece. We're going to ink around this bunny. And of course, I probably will put a tag or something in there, but for now, I'm just going with this, because that's what I have right here. So there is spring, and then this is little golden book. Little golden book pocket. And spring booklet. Very cute. I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you enjoy making your own. And again, don't feel like you have to have a little golden book. You can use any type of, you know, kind of fun kid illustration or whatever. All right. I hope you have a great day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.